Morning.
I'm in Alberta, Teresa Waltner.
Good morning, nation. We're about ready to get things going. We're going to give it about another 30 seconds. I just got an email from our call company, and being overloaded right now, which is a great sign. We hit our limit for the call, which is phenomenal. We've got a few hundred people on the call today, and so we're just going to give it a few more seconds here while we push those calls through, and we'll get this underway. So again, welcome to the Ask the Scientist call. This call is designed to be about 20 minutes. We're going to quickly go through 4 questions that we've taken from emails that have come in, and hopefully give you guys some golden nuggets concerning the ingredients that are in the product and the product itself. So again, I'm going to give it about 30 seconds before we get things underway. State your name and where you're from.
Well, that's why I need to deal with it on them all, put them on an extra way for, Georgia. Nobody got the benefit. That's not a reach here, but I'm trying to share the 30 days. I'm on the course thing over there, so that's.
Good morning, Vision Nation. This is Jeremy Gasper, Director of North American Sales. I officially welcome each and every one of you to this morning's call, Ask the Scientist. This is a call that we've been doing now for a month. This is our 4th call. We've received some phenomenal feedback from the field and the leaders, and also the customers who are on the Vision product line. Again, if this is your first time, we welcome you. This call is designed to give you 20 minutes of information, a call that you can plug into as your JOB, and then you can be educated on maybe different ingredients or questions that are circulated throughout the field, and help you become better equipped to answer the questions you are receiving as you are sharing the message of Vision International. So with that, I am the Director of North American Sales. I've been with the company for about a year, and for those that know me, know how much I love being a part of Vision. I'm a product of the product. I believe in what we do from a product perspective. I also believe what we do from a business perspective. So with that being said, I'm going to introduce our guest, Dr. Josh Plant. He is the Director of Research Science. Graduated first in his class from Harvard Medical School in biomedical science. And he's a phenomenal guy. He's social, he's funny, but he's equipped with the knowledge that we need as we go out and share the Vision message. So, Josh, I'm going to go ahead and welcome you to the call. Are you on this?
Well, thank you, but it sounds like that introduction was meant for somebody else, but I'll take it nonetheless.
Well, we're glad to hear that. Thank you for all that you do at Vision. You've been quite an asset for Vision in helping us fine-tune our product line and give the field more knowledge on what is going on with the product. So I'm going to jump right into the call. I want it to be short and quick, and so you guys can get back to sharing the message. Josh, the first question I want to ask you, and again, these are questions, everybody, that we get emailed to us and called in that people are experiencing. We try to take the most common asked questions and funnel it in. You can only imagine how many questions we get. But again, we ask you to send those in to us so we can see maybe what the lack of training is as far as the products are concerned, and if there's documents that we need to create, and then obviously having this platform, this call, to address what those questions are. So, Josh, the first question I'm going to ask you is, why is there a need for a nutritional drink?
You know, this actually is, when I'm out traveling, it's something that I hear quite a bit from the field, but they don't get when they're talking to people about moringa. Why do I have to have a nutritional drink? I eat a well-balanced diet. And this is a legitimate question, something that a lot of us get faced with. What I think a lot of people don't understand is that we are living in a nutritional famine, and we can't equate food availability with nutritional availability. And we are actually seeing that that's quite the contrary. In fact, many vital nutrients, third world countries consume substantially more than in developed countries because we have over-processed, over-manufactured the food that we eat to the point of where all the nutritional value is largely stripped out. And what is so amazing is when we are in a nutritional famine state, the two main reactions our body has is first is we will always feel hungry, right? Our body is continually striving to get that nutrient that it needs, and so it will say, I'm hungry. And so even after we eat a large meal, a lot of times we'll still feel hungry. This is a sign of us living in a nutritional famine. Another thing is nutrients' primary objective in our body is to convert food into energy that we can use. When we are in a nutritional deprived state, we feel constantly tired. Even when we eat tons of calories, our body isn't really available to convert those calories into energy, and so we are tired. And so people in America and throughout the world, what we are seeing is that they are constantly hungry and only tired. And this is the result of living in a nutritional famine. And so what Moringa offers is that it is able to provide the nutrition the body needs to help us all of a sudden feel satiated. We're no longer hungry. Our body has that nutrition it needs. And second, it has the nutrition it needs to convert the food we have eaten into energy, so we're more active, we're more lively, we have more energy throughout the day. And so I think we need a nutritional drink now more than ever throughout history.
Awesome, Josh. I appreciate that. You know, I was in a conversation last night with a group of people on a call, and their question was, you know, why don't you just stick this all in a pill and let us take pills? And so this is definitely a question that is out there. Again, explain to us one more time in just a very brief sentence that the pill can take out and use as ammo as they're talking to people and sharing this message. Why a drink versus a pill? What would you say?
Yes. This is extremely important. And the reason is the body is meant to eat food. It's meant to drink nutrients and consume nutrients, right? And so when we artificially fill our body's nutrients via a pill, the body really doesn't know how to respond to that properly. When we eat a nutritious meal or drink a nutritious drink, that's how the body is meant to receive its nutrition. And so it's much more readily to absorb it, it's much more readily to metabolize it, and it's being able to accompany it with its proper body response. So if I eat a pill, the body doesn't know it just ate a pill, it's not ready, it's not primed to absorb nutrition. But if I accompany nutrition with a full stomach, all of a sudden the body is primed and ready to go to absorb that nutrition.
Fantastic. I love it. All right, let's move to the next one. I hope if you have a pen and a paper, you've got an iPad or computer, I want you to type or write this word down. Phytocompounds. That is spelled P-H-Y-T-O, and then compounds. C-O-M-P-O-U-N-D-S. Phytocompounds. Dr. Platt, what are phytocompounds? And why are they so important?
Yes, this is something that is really kind of at the cutting edge of science. And sadly, the reason that this has become so important among the scientific community is because we have realized that these have long since been removed from the food that we usually eat. So we're seeing the ramifications of not having these in our diet. And so phytocompounds, what these are compounds, nutrients, so to speak, in the plant that don't fall into a vitamin, mineral, oil, fat, protein kind of bucket. It's kind of this new thing that is so amazing. And what is so spectacular about phytocompounds is that these are what usually give plants their miraculous and individual qualities. So, for example, antioxidants would fall into the phytocompounds. Anti-inflammatories, things that aid in promoting a healthy cardiovascular system and a healthy weight. These kind of fall in the in the phytocompound bucket. And what's so great about these is that each plant kind of has their own unique phytocompounds, and Moringa is not exempt to this. There are so many unique phytocompounds in Moringa that have amazing properties. Jasmine with its anti-aging properties, it's a plant hormone. It has been shown to have amazing anti-aging benefits. And the list goes on and on and on. I'm not going to bore everyone because this is supposed to be a 20-minute call and it'll get highly scientific, but it's something that is very much at the tip of my mind frequently. It's about preserving these phytocompounds in the Moringa process. And this is what a lot of people don't understand of how to preserve them, the ways to do this so that they are active, that they are there for you when you consume your Zija products.
Wonderful. So would it be safe to say if someone was to ask one of the distributors or customers that are using the Zija products that, what is a vital compound, that it's simply the nutrition that isn't typical to what you see as far as maybe a vitamin or a fat that is in our botanical Moringa oleifera?
Exactly, right? So in essence, it is a nutrient that you won't see on the back of a food label. It's what gives plants their great healing properties, so to speak. And it's a I don't know how to say this, so to speak, but we've heard of quercetin, right, or a coenzyme Q. These things are starting to come out in the nutraceutical world, right, for their benefits. And we see that Moringa contains these essential vital compounds that helping us live a healthier lifestyle. And sadly, a lot of these like synthetic vitamins don't have them in there because they didn't even know they existed. And so, they have your vitamin A, but sadly they're missing a lot of these things that plants can only provide in their natural state.
I love what I'm hearing, and folks, I hope you understand what is being said here. Our edge to the marketplace is Moringa oleifera, and more specifically, how we harvest it and how we've been able to commercialize it. So, one, we have a product that's marketable, but two, a product that works. And this just added that much more of an edge to our product, that we have these vital compounds inside of the Moringa oleifera that is delivering that nutrition that typically people don't understand or don't know that's there. And when you hear the testimonials and people are like, man, I feel great and I feel good and my joints are, these vital compounds are a part of that process and that nutrition being delivered to the body. And we just heard from Dr. Plant of having that much more of an edge with the Moringa oleifera. So, John, thank you for that. And that kind of leads me into the next question. Is there a difference between Zija's Moringa and other Moringa that you see at the health food stores?
There is a night and day difference. There are substantial differences that, in essence, set Zija, they can't even be on the same field. The thing that Zija has done to ensure that the Moringa that is consumed is of the highest quality are second to none. Step through the manufacturing process, Zija is there to scrutinize it to make sure that no nutritional value is compromised. And this is significant, right? There are very detailed scientific reports that show, hey, once Moringa is harvested, if it is left in this certain condition, the vitamin A actually decreases by 60% every hour it's in that condition. And many people who manufacture, I would say for the most part, everyone but Zija that I can tell would manufacture Moringa that way because it is substantially cheaper. Zija is not going to compromise the integrity of Moringa for that at all. And so it is amazing what Zija has done, is going about doing these. And now with vital compounds, the added nutrients, all of these things that Zija does, we are able to look at throughout the manufacturing of Moringa to make sure that they are there. That they are there for you when you consume the Zija products.
Oh, that is great. I love that. In fact, I want to ask you a question that comes from that. In our manufacturing process, I know that you're down at that plant a lot, ensuring that the quality of the products are there and we're keeping the integrity. Maybe explain to us the fingerprint process that we use with our Moringa oleifera.
Yes, this is kind of using cutting-edge technology. It's called FTIR, and that's just a fancy acronym to, in essence, kind of take chemical fingerprints of the products that we bring into the manufacturing facility. So we are able to go out, identify the most nutritious Moringa farms there are, we securitize them so that we, in essence, are only ones able to get Moringa from those farms. We then ensure that the quality of that Moringa that comes in throughout the year is of the highest quality by kind of taking a chemical fingerprint of it and comparing it to the chemical fingerprint of the finest Moringa. And if it matches, we'll use it. If it doesn't match, we send that back. And we are more than happy to send back Moringa because we feel that we are the Moringa company And as soon as we compromise moringa, we are compromising ourselves, and that is something that we are not going to do at Asia.
Fantastic. Thank you, Dr. Penn. I appreciate that. So we've heard a little bit about, the whys and some of the different ingredients, vital compounds, how we ensure that we keep the integrity of moringa oleifera and the nutrition that it truly can bring to the body. Now the last question I'm going to ask you is the application of these products. We have different ways to take the products for different people. We have weight management, we have peak performance, proteins, we have pre-workouts with XM+, we've got the nutrition side of it. The question I want to ask you, and this is a very, very common question, and that is there an optimal time to take the XM-AM or the XM-PM? Does it matter? And when they take it, is there a more effective time during the day to utilize the mechanism that is in each of these products?
Yes, and so I guess one thing is ultimately it's best to consume them, right? There are optimal times, but in essence, consuming it is far better than not consuming it at all. But the XM-AM has actually been designed and optimized to be taken before your morning exercise or before you go to the gym. This is in essence because there are compounds in there that are designed to enhance your ability at the gym and enhance your desire to push yourself while you are exercising, right? I mentioned this a few weeks ago that we are helping people lose their own weight. We want people to be in control of their lives, and so we are just giving them the tools to do that. And so we are there. The XM-AM is designed to help you go to the gym, push yourself harder, enjoy working out, and want to, in essence, get that runner's high, so to speak, and be addicted to going to the gym. And so by taking that XM-AM before going to the gym in the morning is the optimal time. However, if your schedule is not permitting, it is still very much a functional weight loss capsule, taking it in the morning or in the early afternoon before a meal. To help curb appetite and to help slow the absorption of glucose into fat cells. With the XM-PM, go ahead, Jeremy.
No, I'm just getting all excited because I just took my XM-AM.
That's great. Welcome to the gym. So the XM-PM, this capsule, don't let the PM confuse you with what many over-the-counter products that usually have the word PM in there are designed to help you sleep. Well, that's not the case with this. The XM-PM is designed to help you lower your stress level, not necessarily become tired. And that's a completely different thing, right? We think of times when we are not stressed but wide awake are some of the greatest moments of our lives. And so the XM-PM can be taken throughout the day to help curb that stress. I'll recommend to take it before, maybe a big meeting or something of that sort where you feel your anxiety may be coming up. And it is an excellent weight loss capsule to help curb appetite as well. So taking it before dinner or before lunch, these types of things. And so the optimal time with the PM, I would say, is as it's on the box before dinner, but again, it's effective throughout the day as well.
Fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have seen what has gone on with the call today. Being in sales for as long as I've done sales, I know that a sales process has to take place. No matter who you're talking to, if you are just a person that is sharing product, there's still a process that has to happen when you are sharing a product. If you're out there building the business, there's a process that has to happen. And I want to share this little bit of advice for you. In that process, the way that I make sure that I'm going through it is I think of three things. I think of what the problem is that the person is having, and what the solution is to that problem, and then how I'm going to transition to the next phase of that process. Because we know that those processes are progressive. You don't want to just share the product and then you're looking at each other in the eyes not knowing what the next step is. If you've experienced that, it's because you haven't taken them through a process. So what we just found out were potential problems people are having, solutions to what those problems are, and then learn the transition, learn what you need to ask them to stimulate their questions in their mind to to progress you through the process of sharing these amazing products. So I'm going to leave you with this quote for the day, and that is this: the very essence of all power to influence lies in getting the other person to participate. And that was said by Harry Overstreet in the book 21 Irrefutable Laws on Leadership. Fantastic quote. Let's look at how we're influencing people and how we're sharing the product. Let's empower ourselves with the knowledge that we need so we can take them through the process of sharing these wonderful products. And with that, I'm going to turn the lines open. Thank you very much, and we will see you guys next week. Thank you. The lines are now open.